Hey guys, what's up? It's Nate, and I'm back with another episode of Paranormal Talk. So, I'm up in my attic today. I'm not on location anywhere. Why the attic? It's the quietest spot in the house for me to film, and it's also just happens to be the hottest damn room in the house. I need to put an AC up here at some point. I'll get around to it. If you can't see the sweat, well, yeah, it's pretty bad. But I'm on take like number 30 ish. I don't know. It's whatever. I keep having issues. I have some audio issues, hence the reason for the microphone in the earbuds. Having some video issues. You might see it. I don't know if you just saw what happened there, but the autofocus keeps fading in and out. I don't know why it's doing it. It's just two issues that I'm gonna have to deal with and roll with for now. I don't have a video editor, so all of these videos are done point blank, one shot. No matter how many takes it takes, they're solid straight through videos. Um, Hopefully this take will work because I would hate to get halfway through it and have to restart again. But so anyways, I told you guys when I first started my channel that I would be doing informative videos as well as urban legends videos with, a mixture of my on-site videos. Today it's going to be the first segment of the informative videos, and I'm going to talk about something that seems to be a little bit controversial, and it depends on who you ask as to whether or not they trust these. So I got some notes over here. If you see me glance off the camera, I apologize. I was trying to be a little bit better prepared for the video, but stuff kept coming up this week and I did not have a chance to properly study my notes. So I'm going to have to glance off every now and then to make sure I'm giving you guys the correct information because I don't want to give you the incorrect stuff. So with that being said, the topic on hand today is going to be internet scams that are specifically aimed in the direction of the paranormal community. This video was actually prompted by me scrolling through my Facebook feed several months ago, and I saw a friend of mine who I added last year holding up two little certificates, and one said certified ghost hunter and one said certified EVP technician. And it kind of got me thinking, and I started digging because I wanted to know where he got these certifications and what kind of place is accredited enough to give these kinds of certifications. So this is basically a synopsis of everything that I found and through my digging. So hope you guys enjoy the video, and the subject should be of a serious concern because it's aimed at people who are novice in the field, like they're just starting out. They want to get their name out there, so they do a Google search for, hey, EVP technician, and it pops up, become a certified EVP technician. Oh, okay, well, I'm going to do that. Yeah, guys, come on. Don't fall for these things. So basically, what you're getting is these colleges that offer these courses to become certified in certain fields of paranormal investigation. Some of them can do certified EVP technician, some of them do certified ghost hunter, some of them do certified paranormal investigator. And yes, there is a small difference between a ghost hunter and a paranormal investigator. I will get into that in a future video. So don't worry, I have that explanation coming. And there's also some places that offer a PhD in parapsychology. Yes, my friends, in 2 weeks you can earn a PhD. Now, that's impressive. So, as you can tell, obviously, it does not take 2 weeks to earn a PhD in anything. Anything. The only place that I can find as of right now that has some semblance of a accredited PhD in any paranormal field is in Edinburgh, Scotland, where they actually do offer a PhD in parapsychology at the University of Edinburgh. So that runs you about $80,000 American to complete that whole little course. So if you have $80,000 to go and spend and you want to take a trip to Scotland, hey, have at it. Not this guy. I'm broke. So, but that was pretty interesting because I didn't know that any colleges before doing this research actually had anything like this. I knew there was a college in California at one time that did offer an accredited PhD in parapsychology, but that only lasted for a few years and only a few people took the course. But in order to take the course, just similar to some colleges here, you can take a minor in fields of paranormal research such as metaphysics, as long as you are already studying or have acquired for a PhD in a field of accredited science such as physics or astronomy or theology. So there are options out there. Just the degrees you can get for minors even that involve paranormal fields are not necessarily accredited, and they're not really looked at as, oh, well, what are you going to do with this? You're going to put that on the job application. Just something else to keep in mind. So if you want to do that just to get the experience and to get the knowledge, then by all means. But keep in mind, you're not really going to be able to use it for much until the paranormal becomes more widely accepted. And if I accept it, I'll explain that later in the video as well. Excuse me. So, most sites, when you go and Google these, they're going to come up with list of courses and classes you can take. Most of them will send you the supplies to complete these classes, such as the certified EVP technician courses. They will typically come with some kind of a cheap voice recorder. uh, I have never heard of the brand. I don't remember what the brand was when I looked. I honestly don't. It was a few weeks ago. But typically it would come with that. They'll come with a book about techniques that you can use while recording EVPs. And they come with some kind of cheap, probably made at home sound editing software that I have never heard of. And the case to it just kind of looks like it was photo printed and stuck on there. So yeah, I wouldn't trust it. If you're going to use any kind of audio analyzing software, there's several free ones out there that are really, really good. Audacity. I prefer WavePad only because the navigation on WavePad is a little bit better than Audacity to me. But you know, you got to find the one that works right for you. I wouldn't trust what they sent you in any of these packets. So, moving forward, at some sites it can cost as low as $15, you know, just to take the course, which isn't all that bad if you really think about it. $15, it's $15, right? But that's not including the price of the recorder, which they normally charge you about 10 or 15 bucks for. The price of the book, which they normally charge you about 20 bucks for. The audio software happens to be the only thing that is free. Why? Because it sucks. That's why it's free. So, when you think about it at all, you know, you're paying, what, $45, $50 for the whole course, but you're getting a voice recorder and a book out of it and some audio software that, oh, you can use to roast marshmallows on or something. I really don't know what you're going to be able to use it for. So I'm going to touch on a particular college now, and I'm not one for mentioning things by name or calling people out. That's not how I do things. But this one, this place really worked my nerves, only because of the way they're taking advantage of people. So there's a site, and you can go and Google it. It's called Thomas Francis University. University, yeah? You've ever heard of it? Because I sure as hell haven't. And, well, let me explain something to you. I go down through this site, right? And I'm looking at all the courses they offer. And they do offer a lot of courses, okay, to actually train you to do these things. Well, train you by books and equipment. Train. I'll get to that later. Sorry, I'm really big on that. So, basically, they do all these different courses, and you're looking at $125 just for the EVP course itself. So, if you want to take that, you do so, but it's 125 bucks, right? But that's not the best part. There are several other courses they offer, and the lowest one that I could find starts off at 95. Now, if you go to this site and you take all of their classes in the paranormal field by itself, you're looking at spending, if you want all these accreditations, quote unquote accreditations, $1,075 to complete the whole paranormal course. And that is not even including their courses that they offer in cryptozoology, the courses that they offer in UFOlogy, the course that they offer in metaphysics, courses that they offer in meditation. I mean, there's so many different aspects that this college offers for accreditations and certifications. And I'm sorry, $1,075 to complete a course for basically a certificate that can be made on Adobe Photoshop. Would you pay $1,075 for this tissue? Would you? I didn't think so. That's what it's worth. So think about it, guys. When you go to these sites, you've got to damn well know that it's BS. There's no way possible that these people can say, hey, I'm going to certify you in this, when they don't even know what the hell they're doing themselves. They probably just push the product. So, moving forward, if you're into collecting books and equipment and whatnot, some of the sites that offer the parapsychology PhD, they might be okay, only because they send you most of the equipment required to do the other ones, such as the photo analyst or EVP or ghost hunter or paranormal investigator. You know, you get books and equipment with each one that you have to pay for, but the parapsychology one, it's going to be a more expensive course, but they send you all these books and all the equipment that they would send you with the other classes. So in a way, it's not all that bad. I still wouldn't keep the accreditation for anything. I'd throw that damn thing right out the window. But, so, and this is where the problem comes in. You get these certifications. Moving forward to that, people get confused as to what certification really actually stands for. If you don't know what I do for work, I work for a company that builds bridge girders and bridge components. And we do a lot, I mean a lot, of overhead crane movements. A single crane, dual crane, tri crane, quad crane. There's so many different movements. And in our shop, we have two types of crane operators. You have your certified crane operator, you have your qualified crane operator. Now, I know what you're thinking, Nate, what the hell do cranes have to do with the paranormal? Nothing, people. Absolutely nothing. But I want you to not focus on the cranes and focus on two words: certified, qualified. Certified, qualified. Certified, qualified. The reason why I want you to focus on these two words because I want to explain the difference. So, these people are offering certifications. Certifications. Here you go. A certified person is someone who has knowledge. They more than likely sit in a classroom. They take their notes. They have to do an exam. Sometimes they have to do very light, hands-on final testing. However, these people, they sit in a classroom style environment and they study notes, they study books. Like with the cranes, they learn their pinch points, they learn their angles, they learn their rigging. And yes, do they have an understanding of how to make these operations work? Yes, they do. And they can take their test, they pass, they're certified. Then you have your qualified people. These are people that are out there every day, hands-on. They know what the rigging is. They know what it does. They know how to set it up. They can hook it up. They can pick up the cranes. They can move their objects. They can do everything that needs to be done because they went through the process of hands-on training. They didn't really need the book knowledge because they had that hands-on experience and that learning technique to be able to perform this job safely and properly. So what I'm getting at here is someone who is certified may not necessarily be qualified to do what needs to be done. Qualified can do, certified has the knowledge. So, with that being said, hang on, let me find my spot in my notes, guys, sorry. So the point of that being, and it's really quite simple, is the fact that someone who is certified on paper to do so does not necessarily mean they're qualified to go out in the field and actually do it. Ultimately, what you end up with when this happens is an influx of people who are certified to do something, running into places that are supposedly haunted, right? And they don't get proper permission. They get arrested for trespassing. As someone gets hurt, their cell phones don't work in the area that they're at. They have no way to get medical attention to them. And they weren't smart enough to have someone on their team certified in first aid and CPR. I have 3 people on my team that are certified in first aid and CPR. It's just smart to have that because you just never know what's going to happen. So you have this influx of certified people doing things that are just dangerous. Then it's just, it aggravates me. And it aggravates the whole paranormal community when this happens because, oh, did you hear about that ghost hunter that got arrested for trespassing? Or did you hear about that ghost hunter who got hurt and they didn't have a way to get a hold of anybody because their cell phones didn't work? And the guy was severely injured and they didn't have anyone who was medically trained. Or I've personally encountered this conversation: someone going into a place that is haunted and they come home and something follows them, start scratching people who live in their house and they can't seem to get rid of it. They don't know what it is. They don't know how it got there. These things could be avoided if you're qualified to go out and do this. If you've had the experience, just because you have a piece of paper from a cheap website that you're paying a lot of money for does not mean that you can go out and actually do this hands-on. If you want to get the experience to become qualified, find a local team that is reputable. Find a local team that knows what they're doing. Try and get in with them. It might take a bit because they're not always accepting new people to come in and join. But try it. It's safer than going out on your own and getting arrested, getting hurt, or wasting your money on pointless certifications. So, basically, if you, and this is something that I'm going to say now, and being a ghost hunter myself, it's going to be brutally honest, or I'm not going to call myself a ghost hunter. I'm sorry, I am a paranormal investigator. There, as I said, I'll get to the difference in a different video. But I'm going to be brutally honest here. And being a paranormal investigator myself, I'm going to say something here that might ruffle some people's feathers, and I'm okay with that because ruffling feathers is something that I do very well. But it's a cold, hard truth. Point blank, my main complaint about these websites and their certifications and everything like that isn't really the people that give us a bad name as paranormal investigators by running into buildings and getting arrested or getting hurt. Does that aggravate me? Absolutely it does. But what bothers me is you have these people on the internet offering certifications in a field of science that is based off of theoretical purposes and theoretical at best. So, what I am sitting here telling you, I am not telling you that ghosts don't exist. I am telling you that everything that we do in the paranormal field is based off of theories. Theoretically this, theoretically that. Stone tape theory, in theory battery drain. So, you're going to hear the words in theory a lot. Why? Because everything that we do is based off of theories. You cannot tell me that you have someone at these websites that knows the answer to all, that knows more than the people out there doing this. So they're going to certify people in something that is basically a pseudoscience. And what a pseudoscience is a science that is not readily accepted by the scientific community. And why is this not accepted by the scientific community? Because nobody's caught a ghost. We can't sit there and we can't take a ghost and put it in a controlled environment and make it act and make it do things. Paranormal activity happens when it wants to happen, where it wants to happen. So it's not something that could be readily tagged and tracked. That is why science does not accept us as a legitimate form of science. That's why they look at us as a pseudoscience, because there is no way for us to put these tests into a scientifically controlled environment and produce results. James Randi was a millionaire. I believe he lived in Florida, almost positive it was Florida. But he offered $1 million challenge for anyone out there who could prove that they could use mind, such as using Zener cards, and that they could prove the paranormal exists. I don't believe the contest is going on anymore. He did it for several years and never had a winner. No one ever was able to produce the evidence that was enough for him to say, okay, I believe you. So, what you basically are going to end up with here in this video is the reasons. Now, I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. So the reasons that science does not accept us, for one, like I said, we can't put our stuff into a controlled environment. And number two, paranormal research is basically people who have zero background in the scientific community. Like, a lot of us don't have degrees in anything such as physics or acoustics or anything like that. We just we learn as we go, and we go out and we do our things. Scientists, they want other scientists. They don't want people who say that they are scientists in theory. So, okay. I gotta stop for a second. Getting ahead of myself and getting worked up. Plus, it's hot up here. So, anyways. So there is so much that we do not know and understand about the world of the paranormal, and it's an ever-changing field. So what this tells me, and simply put, is every time a new theory arises, you're going to have these colleges, quote unquote, that are going to go out and they are going to adapt their courses to fit these changes that happen in the paranormal community. Why? Because they want to attract that business. They want to be like, oh, well, there's a new piece of equipment out, so we need to put a certification on that before someone else does. And you are being scammed, guys. That's exactly what the hell it is. It is an internet scam in the worst form, because it's aimed directly at a certain community that right now is very popular in the pop culture. So in a way, they're smart for trying to capitalize on this. I mean, is it wrong? It absolutely is. And let me tell you something, guys. If you sit there and you watch something on TV and you want to learn how to do it, then don't go to these colleges and get certifications that don't really mean shit. Go out, find your local team, see if they'll train you, see if they'll take you out, because look, I love Forged in Fire. I watch Forged in Fire on TV all the time. I have learned a lot about making knives. I've learned a lot about forging. I've learned a lot about steel itself and what it can do when you heat treat it. Does that mean I'm going to go outside, fire up a forge, and try to quench a blade? Fuck no. I like my house standing, not burnt. Thank you very much. Why? Because I don't know what I'm doing just because I saw it on TV. That is the main thing that people that go and get these certifications, that's the problem, is they see it on TV, they want to do it, they go to these stupid internet courses, they get their little certifications, and they think they can do it. And it's just not smart. Please, guys, stop falling for it. Don't let these companies take your money for a piece of paper that is practically worth less than a speck of dirt from my driveway. I don't want to see anybody get taken advantage of. I don't want to see anybody waste their hard-earned money on something that is pointless. And these guys are pointless, and it really works my nerves to know that people fall for this. I feel bad for these people. So guys, please do not do this. In closing, I feel that I have made a quite confident attempt at getting my thoughts out there on this subject. And I apologize, I had a few stumbles along the way. It's pretty hot up here. But if I have stopped at least one person from falling for these internet scams and going out and trying to buy their way to become a professional paranormal investigator or a professional certified ghost hunter, if you want to get the experience, guys, go out and get the experience. Find a reputable team. Find someone who will be willing to train you and take you out and show you the ropes. Don't go to these internet courses and try and get certified, because they are a crock of shit. And I'm just being honest. Guys, that's what I have to say on this subject. I hope that this video was okay, and like I said, I apologize that I was reading notes and I stumbled a few times. It's a lot to read. It was a lot of information. So, guys, that was Paranormal Talk. Scams that are aimed directly at the paranormal community. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, share the video. Nate signing off, and I'll see you guys next time.